Hey, want to see something super cool that was taken today on February 6th from outer space? Check this out. This is lake ice on Lake Superior. I want to show you exactly how cool this is. I am zoomed way in. This is way out in the middle of the lake. You got cracks, you got a little bit submerged here, you got these bright areas which might indicate a little bit of like water flowing in between a little bit as the ice is moving around in the wind. I'm just going to slowly zoom out so you can be as shocked and in as much awe as possible. Again, this is up on Lake Superior. We're zooming out, we're zooming out. I just can't stop smiling. Got a little bit of cloud cover floating over it, just a little bit. You got less ice over here. I'm just going to zoom in really quick because this is breaking apart. It's just kind of streaming along in the wind. Ice flows. It doesn't. It's not totally solid. It breaks apart and it flows and mingles and smashes into each other and stuff. We're just going to keep zooming out and zooming out and zooming out. That's a lot of ice in between Isle Royale, Canada, and the Upper Peninsula. That is why Lake Effect was being cut off. And I got a lot of sassiness and a lot of hate over posting about this. Not sure why. But to all the experts out there, how you feeling now? Because that's ice that I said was going to form, and I showed you the models and the data and everything. And also what's cool is look at this. This matches up pretty okay with the land, so we got a nice bright white piece of ice there. A lot of ice. What happens is it just smashes into the shoreline. And then if the wind blows a different way, it goes out. But that's a lot of ice on Lake Superior, and that is why some of it's being cut off. Yes, I can load a different image here for you, also from today, February 6th. We do see a little bit of lake effect, just a little bit right there. But where you don't see it is where it can't pick up moisture from the water. So it's pretty cool. Let's see if we can find some more going on up here, and we did find it. So again, we got Isle Royale National Park, northernmost part of Michigan, and take a look at that. What's cool here is the ice forms on these bays, then flows out, and then slams into Isle Royale and forms more ice because of the cold. It's super cool. Super, super cool. And if we zoom in, we get like the same effect. So look at this. It's like an ice bridge from Isle Royale. Don't walk on it. This is how animals got there, though, by the way, is it forms a bridge to the mainland, and they just walk right over on it. A lot of them die in the process, yes, so don't try it if you're a human. But this is just really cool. Really cool stuff. Let's look at the model. Okay, so this starts actually a couple of days ago. It's what we call the nowcast. It goes up to present, and then we go about 2 to 3 days into the future. So remember, today is February 6th, so we're looking back a little bit. Look at how this model does. It's so beautiful. It picks up on the ice flowing around, being shifted by the wind, forming in the cold, melting in the warm. Super, super, super cool stuff. So again, look at how on the northern part of the lake, it's almost like a flowing glacier. It forms and it flows out into the lake, and then it slams into Isle Royale. We got ice everywhere, and it just moves around in the wind. So look at that. We got this little shift here because of the north wind that we're seeing February 6th, today. The cold air coming on through. So look at the ice drifting down from the north. Then the winds shift around to the south briefly, so all the ice along the lakeshore breaks and goes off. This is also why it's dangerous to be on ice shelves, because it's just ice pressed into the shoreline. The wind blows it right back out into the open water when it goes the other direction, so don't go on it. You can fall through. It's not secure to the bottom of the lake, so you fall through, you go in the water, you die. You blow out into the lake, very high chance you die, unless search and rescue gets you. But in high winds and snow, good luck. And it's just very beautiful. So look how the ice flows around and forms. It's not just solid and melting and floating. It flows, and it's just really cool. Let's go a little bit further south. So we can also do this for Lake Michigan and Lake Huron. And again, look, it flows around, moves around in the wind speeds. Look at that big spike up on Lake Huron with ice cover there. That's because of the Arctic air coming in over the next couple of days. What you see in northern Lake Michigan is it starts to break apart a little bit because of the wind. So it was secure, breaks apart, and then it's secure again by the time we get into February 9th. And there's a lot of ice on these Great Lakes, but again, it's important to just be cautious. And even the Saginaw Bay, we have a lot of folks that go out in the Saginaw Bay. When the wind is blowing high and the lake levels fluctuate and the currents underneath are different, even more solid ice that you would expect on the Saginaw Bay can break apart and ebb and flow as well. So you got to be extra, extra cautious and be smart and look at the weather forecast if you're going to be out on the ice.